Hello, my name is John Giannini from Giannini Forge. I have a shop on Etsy, and so if you would like to see the knives in this video or other knives that I make, feel free to go there. It's Giannini Forge on Etsy. I've been working on some what I consider relatively unique folders. I don't think you'll see folders quite like this being made by other folks. It's not that they couldn't make them, but I like to make things that are a little different. This is a slip joint folder that I've been working on, or this particular design, and it opens with a back spring. The thing that's really interesting is the back spring is on the outside of the knife. Notice it's on top. It's actually attached to the knife with 3 steel alloy screws to some aircraft aluminum that separates the sides. The thing that's neat about it is I can adjust these screws to actually adjust the tension on the knife. If you look at the knife carefully, you'll notice there's a pivot screw and there's actually a stainless steel barrel in there, and you have screws on the side. This knife can completely be taken apart, cleaned, and put back together again. And everything is adjustable. To close it, it has a half stop, and then it has a final stop. And again, the thing that's unique is the way the back spring is done. Also notice that there's file work down the back spring. I don't think you'll see a whole lot of these out there. I have a modification of that design. This is also not new necessarily, but you don't see many people making them today, certainly in modern designs. This is a knife with a back spring. Here's my back spring, and it locks into place. You can see that there is a small hole here, and that hole locks into a piece on the blade and holds it very, very rigidly in place. I mean, this is a really tough knife. Now, the way you close it, it's a very simple mechanism. You pull on the cord, put a little bit of pressure on the blade until you roll the blade so it goes halfway, and then you can snap it shut. You can take it apart, you can clean it, and I like this design. It gives you a very strong knife for a folding knife. I would not be at all intimidated to take it out in the field and gut a deer with it. And the beauty of it is you can take it apart and clean it. Here's another folding knife. It's a lockback. It's built with screws like the others. But what's this thing right here? It's a little knob. And what it does is it rotates a cam that takes the pressure off the spring. So let's go ahead and open this up in there. Okay. Locks into place. Very secure lock. Very tight. Okay. If I want to unlock it, I press this out with my thumb till it releases pressure on the blade and unlocks it, and then I can close it. Again, I open it just like the other lockback. I close it with my thumb. I push it forward. It unlocks the blade, and it snaps back into place. Now, I was not happy just with those 3 different designs. I decided to make another one, but I wanted to make one that looked like a stiletto. And again, it's your typical lockback. It's built with screws. But now, I have it in the shape of a stiletto. Again, press the lever, you rotate it, and it closes. Again, a lockback, slip joint lockback, lockback with a loop for unlocking it, a lockback with a lever for unlocking it, and then a lockback with a lever that looks like a stiletto. When I make knives, I play with them for a while before I sell them. I sort of fall in love with what I make, and sometimes it's hard to sell them. I make them using wood sometimes, or using micarta of my own making. I usually use stabilized wood when I make them, stabilized walnut, stabilized burls of different sorts. If you're at all interested in these, please take a look at my website, which is Giannini Forge at Etsy.